What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the very first ever, well, not actually very first ever,
Our first ever review.
Action X 3000 movie review for the new year. And
Yeah, our
the more professional one. The more that looks like more tolerable, not a 13-year-old kid talking to a webcam microphone and rambling for a movie for 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm always Joseph Brano.
George Papandreou, George P.
Yeah, I still gotta.
Whatever name you want to call me by, baby.
I'm just gonna call you George. God damn it! Are you finally free to say that? Because now you're saying
I am. Yeah.
You're finally free to say that again. Anyway, tonight, actually, we saw Dragon Ball Super, the movie, Broly. Actually, it's in the
Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah, no, because in the English logo says the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah.
That it was the most
Japan.
Stupid... No, it was America.
America.
God damn it, Funimation. Anyway,
every country is stupid equally.
Wow, George, you're insulting me too?
I'm saying everybody. So I'm insulting
So
everyone.
Even the people in Harvard right now.
The world is my insulting playground. I don't know. This movie was great.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way.
Holy shit.
Number one word review, amazing, phenomenal. Was it like they say, was it better than sex? I don't know. George, was it better than sex?
Now that I have a good frame of reference.
I have no frame of reference, sadly.
It's pretty good. It's on par.
On par? So, okay, thank God I don't talk
to
you. First of all, before we get into it, shout out, voice cast, the entire cast, amazing, phenomenal.
Oh my God, it was incredible.
Did an amazing job.
While we do this, you know what? I'm gonna look up all the voice of Broly.
Vic Minaga.
It's the same guy?
Same guy.
Oh my God.
He did the same role.
Oh my God. I cannot believe it's the same guy.
They confirmed that New York Comic Con, he was reprising the role.
That's insane.
They were keeping it a secret because, they were I think they were determined, do we want to keep him or do we want to do a new actor? It's no, let's keep the old actor.
I'll get into that later, but first, I just want to make this clear. So we thought this would be a good movie to review first because, Dragon Ball...
It was the first movie of the year anyway.
Yeah.
The first big one.
Yeah, and also, we're pretty big fans of the franchise.
Oh, no, yeah.
I feel like the franchise has seen a lot of newcomers. So, just for a frame of reference, I watched original Dragon Ball Z, the reruns on Cartoon Network when I was a little kid. And, when I was in middle school, I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai. That was fucking awesome. I've even checked out a fair amount of the manga. Didn't get to finish that yet, but I'm still working on that. I'm still in the Goku Black arc on Super, and I watched every Dragon Ball Z movie. I even watched most of Dragon Ball itself with Kid Goku. I love that. And yeah, I feel like this franchise it's got, its own little reserved spot in my heart.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, not as influential as other things.
My first exposure to Dragon Ball was Dragon Ball GT in some random hotel night when I was 4 years old. I can't remember what episode it was. I just remember seeing that animation style. Got it.
Yep.
Got that.
Yep.
And then I became a fan. But anyway, to start off this review, we're going to start off spoiler free. Very broad discussion, and then once we enter a certain point, we will give you the signal. Spoilers. Please go see the movie either way. But yeah, George. So what do you have to say, non-spoiler related, or is it too hard?
No, actually, it's not that hard to review this movie non-spoilers. Because the visuals, I could talk about them forever.
No, they were amazing by far. I'm still debating.
What do you think? I'll ask that first, then I'll go.
Broly's the animation was remember when we got the first teaser, and I don't think you watched the first teaser. It was such a departure from the actual anime. So it was seeing that was oh man, what are they doing? It's after oh my God, this is actually amazing. And then now seeing the whole movie with this new animation style, God, I could watch the entire anime again with this animation style. It's so freaking good. It's so simpler, but it's also, I think, the best detail we ever got, which is weird.
Yeah, no, I was going to say something similar. I think that with Dragon Ball Z and the manga and the anime and everything, I feel like what made it so one of the things that made it so visually appealing was the sort of grit it had to it. It wasn't that clean, the coloring and everything. It had a certain grit to it. Very, very hard to describe, but
you gotta watch it. Watch it.
Yeah, you gotta check it out for yourself to see what we mean visually. There's even a fan artist out there that remakes stills from Super and even some of the movies in the older style. And it looks pretty good. And even for anybody another good example is it was the official art book by Akira Toriyama. He like hand colored all of a bunch of random illustrations he done from the franchise, and that's a really good looking book. And yeah, one of the complaints I had with modern Dragon Ball media was I feel like it looked a little too clean. It looked amazing. I loved the way it looked, but it didn't feel like the old stuff, which I was fine with. But this movie actually somehow managed to do both.
Bring it back.
Yeah,
bring
like,
it back, but also try and still be newer.
Yeah, I spent like a good portion of this movie just looking at the line work, you know?
I didn't look at that. I was just looking at the amazing.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
The fight sequences were
Yeah.
top tier by far, better than any of the movies that came before.
Oh yeah,
Which is
some of the best work we've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh god, the anime's got its work ahead of it if it does come back.
Yeah.
If well, we'll get that another day. But
Yeah.
no.
We'll see.
Honestly, about this movie, again, bits kept to go. They were retconning in a way the origin story, anime wise. Obviously I think the original work, the Bardock special, was all anime made without Toriyama. So this was like Toriyama's original vision for the
A
origin.
lot of retconning.
Yeah, but it made sense.
I saw a video about that
yeah,
too,
it's
actually. So I knew that this was happening beforehand, but
Like Pink Frieza. That's so weird.
what do you think?
What about Pink Frieza? We could talk about him for an entire episode.
Yeah, the whole retconning thing, because there's not that much of it in Dragon Ball.
Well, they never reference the origin stories in the show, so it's like that's fine.
Yeah.
I understand that this was the original intention. It's like, okay, now we have the origins played out in the beginning. Now we have a clear beginning now to the run of the current present.
Yeah,
But I'm fine with what they did with the retconning. It's totally fine.
okay.
They still kept a little elements from the Bardock special and the other origins, so it's like that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. What do you think about the differences with Broly? Because that's a lot of retconning too.
I prefer this Broly.
You prefer this Broly?
They gave him another side to it, and I read the interview like Toriyama said that when he was pitched to do Broly again, he drew the design in the original movie, but he didn't do anything with the character.
Yeah, he had no control over that stuff.
No, he just designed him and was like, okay, you do whatever the fuck you want with him. And I feel like with this movie, they did such a great job, like giving him another side of it. And then, obviously, again, this was in the original Broly movie came out in the 90s, right?
I think so, yeah.
So like at the time period, it was like fans didn't really care about like story or development or like other layers to a character. They didn't really care about it that much. So it's like getting to see this all in mass powerful foe for the Z Fighters to face at the time was amazing. Now, obviously it's like
Higher
Broly,
standards.
Yeah, now it's like, Broly's just like a fucking uncontrollable like
Yeah.
strange god. It's like, yeah, that was the character's choice. That was the way he was created for. So what Toriyama did to him, like still keeping the essence of the character, but then giving him like a more human side. Like he's not he just fights because he was forced to fight
Yeah.
because of his
Trying to
oh yeah, we're
make sure to step around spoilers.
Okay,
Jesse.
yeah, I forgot. So yeah, well, I love what they did with Broly in this movie. I honestly I prefer new Broly, to old Broly.
I completely agree. New Broly is way better.
Yeah, they still kept the essence, the design. Well, obviously they added a couple more features, but it's like they did a phenomenal job. And
Yeah. Oh my god. Like, and like the thing about Broly is that when I was a little kid, I watched the Dragon Ball Z movies in my friend's basement, and we were just chilling.
God.
I thought the Bardock special, honestly, even as a kid, I watched Bardock and I was just like,
I never saw the original special for Bardock. I just saw the TFS special. That's it.
Yeah, I love TFS.
Yeah, I love it. And shout out to DVZA. Honestly, quick side tangent.
Team 4-Star.
They were the whole reason why I'm into Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah.
And also Tyler. Shout out to Tyler for getting me into that. But anyway, no. The thing about I guess we could put a pin on Broly. It's not the movie, the character.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm excited for what's going to happen next. That's not a spoiler, but it's like...
You want to see where they go from... Considering where this movie ended off, you want to see where they go from here. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Anything else was like, well, the inclusion of Beerus and Whis, they're kind of like now we're delving into other characters now, non-spoiler related. They're in the movie. I don't think they were there much. They were just there to like kind of tie in the other films. I mean, Beerus, not spoiler, like, if you don't see him in the trailers, like, yeah, he's only there for, like, a little bit.
That's one of the things I only feel mixed on.
Yeah, their inclusion. I mean, this movie could have been, this movie would have worked fine without them.
Like...
I guess they were there like, okay, if shit goes to shit, then we have the gods.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only real reason. Other than that, the other characters, like, I feel like this movie did such a great job focusing more, and this is weird to say on the other side for a little bit. Like, Goku and Vegeta weren't in, like, they were in a lot of the movie. It was like Bulma was there for a while. I know I can tell by your face you want to dive into spoilers.
I actually have to disagree, to be honest.
Well, you thought they
I feel like it's hard to tell whether I care or not because we literally just got back here from watching the movie. So to be fair, as an exclaimer, we are talking about this with our first impressions. These could change these opinions, but
I mean, remember, ladies and gentlemen, you saw my Halloween DVD unboxing. Our Halloween review differed very much from original coming out of the theater to now. So
yeah, I feel like they could have done a little bit better focusing on everybody else, to be honest.
I guess, like, as the focus was on Broly, like, this had to be also his origin. This is Broly's origins.
That being said,
still an amazing job. They did an amazing job with the origins.
And to go back with the retconning, with Broly and everything, here's the thing about this movie, and here's the thing about everything in this movie. It comes from Akira Toriyama himself. Mm-hmm. This is not Toei barging in and being like, "Hey, this is gonna be our movie," this is Akira Toriyama's. This comes from the man himself,
his mind.
Yeah, for love him or hate him, I feel like the fact that this was all him,
shows a lot.
Yeah, it shows a lot. You know.
He did an amazing job with the movie.
And he did an amazing job.
Amazing job.
And, I'm not sure how much assistance he had necessarily in terms of the art direction, in terms of the storytelling. I'm not saying that all of this was him, but, the fact that
I'll be back
this was him. Yeah, go ahead. The fact that this was him, it's important. I feel like one of the main reasons why I'm not much of a fan of Super is because, I feel like it's Toei just trying to do their own thing, which, if you like Super, that's perfectly fine. I understand why everybody out there loves Super, but I'm just like, eh. So, yeah, I feel like with the retconnings and everything, I feel mixed with every retcon that was included in this because, Dragon Ball Z, it's not really a franchise that has had that much retconning. But I feel like since it came from the man himself, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too. I feel like with this movie overall, with Toriyama's vision of it, he did an amazing job, obviously. We're praising the man to that, but he did really do an amazing job with this movie.
This is some of the best work he's ever done.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think
holy shit.
I think the dub actors say it best. Like, when they saw Battle of Gods, like, oh, that was so great. How he's going to top that? And the Resurrection, I was like, oh my god, how do you top that? And it's like, now with Brawl, it's like, how the fuck does he keep doing it?
How the fuck does he keep doing it?
I don't think he's going to make it anymore. I'm kidding.
If they leave it off with this, okay.
No, they're gonna make more.
They're gonna make more, and I'm looking forward to them making more. You know how it is, but if they didn't,
well, obviously we know what happens. Well, we know what happens next, no matter what. So yeah, because it's still in between Z.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we said enough.
It's in between the ending of Z.
Yeah, ending of Z. Okay, whatever.
Which is really weird to think of.
Yeah, that's really weird. So we're gonna dive into spoilers now. So if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Super Broly, which at the time, when you're watching this video, this review could be, if it's out on DVD already, please check it out on digital, wherever you can see it. But anyway, this is the point where we start talking full on spoilers. So,
please check out the movie, everybody. It was great.
Okay, ready? Future Joe, put up spoilers. The spoiler sign right here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we gotta talk about Gogeta. That was fucking amazing.
Fucking Gogeta. Okay, I knew he was gonna be in the movie.
I know.
Yeah, it was hard to avoid that, but oh my god,
like the trailer,
that was so good.
The fusion dance scene was like, oh, I thought they were gonna just do that one epic moment. Like, this is the epic moment. Gogeta's back. He's canon. This is it. Let's go. And then the fucking scene was like amazing. Like going from Fat Gogeta to
Fat Gogeta, Skinny Gogeta. Oh, excuse me. And regular Gogeta. That was amazing.
That was amazing. Like that part of the fight sequence, best part of the movie. Best part. Actually, not best part. The best part of the fight scene.
Holy
They
shit.
did such an amazing job.
It was so
And
good.
before that, tagging Frieza into the battle so that they can go through the fusion. That was by far like apparently an hour.
Yeah, this does count as a spoiler. Frieza is back, in case anybody.
No,
didn't know.
if you've seen the
If you went from Resurrection of F to this, I think it's fine.
it's fine. They would have just said, "Oh, Frieza's back again."
Yeah, Frieza's back.
I'm not
Okay.
surprised. If you saw the show, you will obviously understand why he's back. Please go watch out the show so I can rub into George's face when the show comes back. Anyway,
And even like comic fans will be okay with that since
no, if anyone could just say,
Yeah.
"Okay, Frieza's back. He's resurrected again," and they say it in the movie like why he's back. So it's like it's not that far of a leap to understand why he's back.
yeah.
What else can we talk about spoilers wise? Going back to the origin story a little bit, I did see a lot of Superman comparisons there.
Oh my god, Goku was Superman.
Goku was
They turned him into Superman. I don't know why, but they did.
I think it was.
Why did they do that?
I have no clue. Blame
It's
Toriyama.
so weird.
Blame Toriyama.
Yeah.
Blame Toriyama. I mean, it was still a good origin story, good retconning of the origin story. Trying to see what else from the origin story that I could say spoiler wise. I'm sorry, guys. This is our first review. Sorry, we're out of order here.
That's the thing. Not much happens in this movie.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, they introduced Broly. They brought him back into the fold. Amazing.
They reintroduced the character
Reintroduced.
for a new audience and everything like that.
When we went to see the movie, we saw so many families.
We did.
That was so weird. It's
That
like,
was crazy. And that was
We're finally at the point where the people who watch DBZ as kids are now having their own kids, and like Super is their Z, the kids.
Yeah. Like the thing is when okay, so here's the thing. I don't know how this happened in your perspective, but in my perspective, you know, I was a freshman in high school. Dragon Ball Z fucking dead. It was dead. It had a good run, but it was dead.
I never noticed it, to be completely honest. Like when
I don't blame you, but like for me, you know, there was Dragon Ball Z and you know, they tried to continue the story with GT, but it didn't work out. It wasn't that good.
horrible.
So, aside from a few video games, an
There was no
OVA
point- there was
here
no-
and there,
There's
that
no,
was it.
There was no plans to bring it back.
Yeah, and then Akira Toriyama himself was like, you know what? I'll do some more stuff. And I think it was the highest anime budget movie at the time, Battle of Gods I'm talking about. And I was just like, oh shit, Dragon Ball Z is back. I thought Battle of Gods was like okay, but you know, they were prepping up, you know, Dragon Ball Z was back. Then Resurrection of F came out, and I was like,
Okay.
holy shit, Dragon Ball Z is back.
The fans are here. The fans are here.
Yeah, the fans are here. It's great.
No, we saw Resurrection F in theaters too. Together.
We did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with another friend of ours. But anyway, that was such a great audience too.
It was.
It was.
And then something weird happened. I actually thought Resurrection of F was one of the... okay, now I'm, like, thinking, you know, after seeing Broly, I'm, like, not so sure about this, but at the time of Resurrection of F, it really was, in my opinion, the best that Dragon Ball could be. It was the perfect balance of comedy and action. The story was okay. It was, you know, it was going for something. It had a theme to it. Goku and Vegeta have to work together. Okay, that's simple, but it's the best that Dragon Ball Z has ever had, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's an old franchise, so I'm not expecting, like, the highest quality of storytelling.
Well,
You're there for some good comedy and some good action.
And now here we are. And now
Yeah.
with Broly, I still think Broly had the best story.
Maybe.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, the fact. I'm like, again, these are original reaction. They could change over time. Yeah, I still think Broly's still thinking about it's still. I mean, I would go see it again.
Definitely one of the best villain stories.
Villains.
Yeah.
Spoil. We're not doing spoil. We could. I don't think Broly
We're into
was,
spoilers now. He was like he was a villain, but like he was sort of
was
like,
like
by the end of it he wasn't, you know.
I'm actually
he
curious
couldn't
what,
control
what,
himself.
what's next for Broly. What's next for it? Because obviously, I
Who
feel like
knows?
here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. There's a new character in this movie. I think her name is not Jin.
I saw fan art of her already.
Yeah, I know.
That's insane.
Yeah, I have a feeling she's gonna have sex with Broly. I have a feeling by next movie, by next saga, when the next time we see Broly, they're gonna start a relationship.
Maybe.
I bet you. I really don't. I mean, here's the thing about Saiyan. They always pick the weirdest wives.
They do.
They do. I would not be surprised if Broly picked her as his wife. If he actually grows the conscience to have a wife.
The only thing is they never really set up anything romantic. They set up something like more
They have
into
a connection.
friendship.
They have a connection.
That's the thing about this movie. Not much happens in it. So
They introduced Broly.
keep
He's
that
out-
in mind when
he's
you're
out there.
watching this. You know,
I feel like Broly, in like terms of like a Marvel Cinematic Universe term, he's like the White Wolf now. He's there. He's gonna be there for like the next big thing.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, we need help. We gotta call Broly.
Um,
But honestly, I was surprised, like, because the thing is, going to this movie with obviously Frieza being back into the cars, being back in the Force here, no pun intended.
it feels like a comic book villain. Like, oh yeah, he was brought back. Okay, now we gotta do our shit.
Find him again.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what's next for Frieza, because like I thought when he died in Resurrection, I thought, okay, fine, he's gone.
Yeah.
I honestly thought for like a good second, like, okay, Broly's gonna kill him again. Broly's gonna kill Frieza again.
Yeah, I thought that too.
And they didn't. Then it's like, okay, then they got plans for him. What plans? I really don't know what else you could do with Frieza.
Yeah, you can't really do much.
He's just gonna be like,
with
I
him.
think I want to say Thanos, not even Thanos. I think he's gonna be the Loki of DBZ now.
Sure.
I think he's gonna be around. He's gonna cause more mischief. I don't think he's gonna be dead for a while,
Yeah.
which is surprising. I know he's like the most popular villain of the franchise, so I'm like, that's not surprising. I just don't know what's next for him.
I'm more of a Cell fan myself, but yeah, no, Frieza's
Oh no,
great.
Cell's way too hard to animate for now.
He is, yeah.
I'm not surprised they're not gonna like put like they would have obviously put it back in, but it's like
Yeah.
no, Frieza's more simpler to animate. But
Here's the thing, like with what you were saying with how we live in a new age of fandom, the thing is something weird happened after Resurrection of F. Toei actually just
made a new show.
yeah, they made a new show. Nobody was expecting. Even Sean Schemmel himself said like when he heard that a new
No, he just woke up one morning.
Yeah, he
saw
just
on
woke up one
Twitter,
morning.
Oh, what's gonna be the dub? What's gonna be the dub? Like, oh shit, I got another. How many more years of screaming?
No. His wife told him, "Yeah, there's gonna be a new Dragon Ball series." He was like, "I don't believe you," and he just went back to sleep. I'm dead serious. Look up some interviews. He said that. He was just like, "They're not making a new series," and they did. And here's the thing. It introduced a whole new audience into we now have
Regardless
a
of what
new generation.
Regardless of how Super began, and regardless of how the animation changed over time, it brought in a new wave of fans.
Yeah,
that was the purpose, and I'm happy.
We
that
now have a lot of kids in the fandom
watching Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, and experiencing this kind of storytelling for the first time, which
It's
I'm okay
amazing.
with. Just some of them can be partially annoying.
Well, they're kids, bro.
They're kids, so like I'm not that
You
mad.
were a
It's
kid.
just that
You were a
like,
kid once.
goddamn, some of them need to shut up.
Actually, kids, when we saw the feed,
Some of them need to shut up.
well, because they don't
Online, I mean, you know,
Yeah, I know. And that was like
the kids were actually like fairly decently
in the movie.
quiet in the theater, which is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but no, honestly, Broly was like it's gonna elevate the newer fans. Like, oh my god, this is how far Dragon Ball can go.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely gonna hook them in, like, because right now in the dub, like the dub's still going, so it's like, oh my god, obviously it sucks to like seeing the animation in the movie now going back to the anime. Like, it's gonna kind of suck.
It sucks.
Comparing it to the movie.
It sucks. It sucks, and you know it.
Okay, I won't stop you again. I'm not doing parents to threes. But anyway, no, honestly, it is gonna bring, like, I feel like I saw the records this movie already broke, and I know this isn't really spoiler, like, we're just praising the movie, like, #1 anime movie of all time, #1 biggest anime movie opening of all time. I think it beat.
I know it's currently highest grossing at the moment.
It's the highest grossing anime film. Like, oh my god.
It's
Because like
incredible.
it's the first Dragon Ball Super movie. It's bringing back Broly. The new animation style. Like, God, what more can you ask for?
God. Yeah, I know I said this already, but this is possibly the best visually appealing, you know, because it somehow manages to have that grit, and it still looks beautiful.
It looks amazing. Like,
It's so weird.
Every time we saw a transformation sequence was like, God, this is so beautiful.
Like, I kind of wish that, you know, computer, you know how like 2D animation and 3D animation, it's all done by computers nowadays.
Yeah, no, you want to go back to the old style
I kind of wish that, but honestly, this movie has been done so well that
with the computers.
yeah, like I was surprised that it's done with computers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, wow, we're actually getting we're getting the hang of this, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now that comes to think of it, like, well, we're still in the spoiler section here. I really can't make much spoiler. Like, everything in this movie, like, you're right. Nothing really like major event happened. I mean,
Yeah.
another Dragon Ball plot, like collective Dragon Ball plot, was actually the Frieza's motivation was like by far best moment in the movie.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like realizing like, oh my god, what's he's got planned now? Like, last time you were resurrected, what's the next big plan? And like Immortal Body, like another character we got like earlier in the Super lineup. We're gonna do that. Like, no,
That was so
inch, and it parallels what happened before. Like, God, this was
was
definitely a Toriyama.
That was like one of the best jokes I heard in the series.
And it was real. I mean, what more can you do with Frieza? I mean,
Right?
give him another form. I mean, okay, that's cool, but like,
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, but I really don't know what else they can do more with Frieza. I mean, they've done everything they can with him. I don't really think he's gonna try and be the next big. I don't know what's next for Frieza. I really don't know. Like, honestly, what was his motivation for this movie? I don't know. Like, he was back alive. I really don't know, honestly. I'm trying to think, really, what can they do next? You got anything, George? George is off to the bathroom, so I just realized that. Anyway, no, honestly, Frieza, he's now become the, what can I make, like the Lex Luthor of the Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball world. He's just there. He's just gonna be a Fred, and honestly, I do not believe he will last long. Once we eventually come back to him, I don't know really. I'm still trying to think. Well, what else can they do with Frieza? Got Toriyama this screw himself into a corner with this one, because he killed him again. Like, oh well, he's dead again. I mean, you're gonna have to keep Frieza around until he becomes a Z fighter officially. How was your piss break?
It was great.
Yeah, I don't know what else they could do more with Frieza.
Yeah, to be
Is
honest.
he just gonna come back to like, I'm gonna go 6 inches?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Again, I feel like I feel like a couple years ago, and I feel like the current little kid fans of the series, I feel like they are a bit not mistaken, but I feel like they focus more on the action and like the because when I was a kid and all the other kids on the playground thought that Dragon Ball Z was the most deep storytelling ever foretold on the television, and but a lot of them never really looked back on it and realized that, like, okay, it's not like that incredible.
It's great at moments, but it's not like the best storytelling. It touched a lot of fans. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not supposed to be the most deep, but it's supposed to be some of the most enjoyable. I feel like, again, just like Resurrection of F, this movie really well balanced the comedy and everything else. The jokes were perfectly timed.
Actually,
it was incredible.
Now I'm remembering, like, they had a perfect pacing with the battles. Like, we started with Vegeta because honestly, he doesn't get a lot of love nowadays. So it's like having him start off the battle was like, it made sense in terms of like where the relationship was. It made sense. It also reminded people like how the Great Ape transformation works. They factored that into his Broly's transformation. They did that. Goku took in, did his best.
Yeah,
he got wrecked. Like, again, another shout out to Sean Schimmel. Like, during the scene where Broly's wrecking him, he did such an amazing. Those screens were realistic.
It was so.
He did an amazing fucking job. I honestly felt like, oh my god, Goku's actually getting hurt. This villain is like, he's wrecking him.
And the thing with the thing that a lot of the older fans have an issue with is that Toriyama has no memory, unfortunately. Like, the man, he is getting fairly old, so when Battle of Gods happened, a lot of plot holes were around because, unfortunately, the man his memory doesn't work that well. And when he was making and everything after the Frieza saga, Toriyama didn't really give a shit. He was just kind of doing it for a paycheck by that point.
Hey, Cell was like...
and it worked, though. Like, it
Cell
worked.
Cell and Boo were really good.
Yeah, Cell and Boo are great. It's just that the only issue is, Battle of Gods, Resurrection of F, and even Super to an extent. Yeah, they do not remember what happened previously that well.
They did
their best, though. But with this movie, yeah, Toriyama, he was on point. He did his homework again. He checked up on everything. He remembers the Great Apes.
Put that into Broly.
Yeah, he what else was there? He remembers Goku's attitude. I feel like Goku's, personality and everything, and even Vegeta's personality. I feel like they were done really well.
Yeah, more to credit to Toriyama. Cause something I was noticing when Broly, I know we're talking a lot about Broly, but it's like he's the star of this movie.
He is.
The one thing is that they actually remember, like, Goku, the real reason he turned Super Saiyan was like for Krillin when he died. So seeing Frieza like, oh shit, I remember this. I'm gonna use this so I can get Broly to the next level, and it worked. Also, Paragus again, like the original one, he was just there to serve Broly. That's
He was just there.
He was just there. I mean, this Paragus had more development. Well, you felt for it, but you still like, yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He was a very big.
He had a character.
He had a better character.
Yeah.
Than the original.
A more well written character.
Yeah, but still, I'm still gonna give shout out to Toriyama. Like they gave him like a real reason for Broly to turn to the legendary Super Saiyan instead of like it just came out of nowhere.
And he just went Super Saiyan. I was surprised.
That was the first time.
Yeah,
and again, it's like the same thing with Resurrection. Like when we saw Golden Frieza, it was like that was the raw power.
Yeah.
We have yet to see the controlled power, which is morally better.
Yeah.
So it's like when we do see Broly again, I'm actually curious what's his next step.
Yeah.
Is he gonna bang the girl? I don't really know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I'm kidding. Hopefully, like because the way they ended up the movie, like Goku's gonna be the mentor to Broly.
Maybe.
Which is a really interesting development.
Or maybe he'll just be there whenever Broly needs him.
I mean, I guess.
I feel like.
Yeah, but it's like, isn't like the Z fighters just become the Saiyan fighters? It's like everyone's pretty much.
Yeah,
if you're not
that's
Saiyan,
the
you're
thing.
not. Piccolo's the only really like, and even Piccolo in this movie, which Piccolo was in this movie, he just served to the plot.
That's the thing. I feel like. I feel a bit torn because in Resurrection of F, it did a perfect job on balancing everybody. Everybody got the spotlight. Master Roshi, Krillin, Piccolo, even Gohan. You know, like everybody got their chance. But in this movie,
they had to pick certain characters.
They had to pick and choose. But the reason why I feel torn is because I feel like Goku was done that well. So like I don't know. Like when watching Super, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I can get behind that. That's Goku. Like.
No,
it's it's a pass, you know.
It's a more well-balanced Goku.
Yeah,
and whereas you could say well, after the tournament, he's changed. So it's like, yeah, that's a perfect reasonable excuse.
But when I was watching this movie, I was like, I'm looking at Goku,
the real one.
You know, and again, I feel like that's because Akira Toriyama himself, like, looked back on his work,
was writing the scripts for this one, so he knew who the character was.
Yeah,
I mean, no offense to Sean Shyamalan to his performance in Super, was like. Those are scripts, so he has to read those.
Yeah, he did the best that he possibly could
with the with the animation given.
Yeah, and the script given.
Yeah.
And even Vegeta, I don't know if anybody's complaining about Vegeta with the fact that he was like ready to kill Broly. I was like, damn, okay.
This been original Broly, yeah, go ahead, kill him.
Yeah.
New Broly is like, okay, we gotta give him a chance.
Yeah. The thing though is like Vegeta has kind of always been the morally gray one, so it's just like
it made sense. Okay, it made sense for him to go that far.
You know, like I would have been more mixed if somebody else were doing it, but. Yeah, like when Piccolo showed up, I was just like, now you want to put him in the movie? We're like more than halfway through, right?
The God Mode's here, but Piccolo's not going to be in this battle. I know that.
Yeah, it's just like, if you're going to ignore everybody, why even include Piccolo by that point?
I guess he served to the plot, I guess.
He did.
I'm glad
that is my only complaint.
I'm glad they didn't shoot in a lot of other people. I'm glad because like if you showed on Roshi, Gohan, and they're like, what they would have done? They would have done nothing. They would have just gotten their ass whooped by Broly. Just been watching the battle, getting commentary from them for every 5 minutes. I was like, it's fine.
True.
It's fine.
I just like it when everybody gets the spotlight.
I know, but it's like this is an Infinity War where like everyone's gonna get the spotlight now. It's like this was Broly's movie plus Goku's Vegeta's interaction, and they did an amazing job serving that. It didn't have to. It told the story it needed to. If they do it again, if they do another movie or whatever the next saga is gonna be, maybe they'll put more, but we'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, the theater experience was pretty good. This was the first time that you have gone to the movies with no snack and no drink.
Yeah, it really because right now I haven't mentioned this anywhere. Like I'm a little bit uncomfortable with the way I look now. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with my eating habits, so I'm trying to cut back. And the movie theater food it was
a big factor.
It's not okay. For example, movie theater food's not delicious. I just enjoy it. So my goal is to try and go till Endgame, which comes out on April 26th. Not eating movie theater food. And I still got 4 more movies, which we're also going to do reviews for. So Captain America, Lego Movie 2, How to Train Your Dragon 3, Captain Marvel, Shazam. I still got 4 more movies to see, and we're all going to be reviewing them. Those, I'm actually curious.
I will help you.
Well, you're
you shall learn the ways of the
You're gonna be there.
fucking.
You're gonna be there for two of them.
Starving. I don't know.
You're gonna be there for two of them. I don't know how you're gonna be there for the other two. You ain't got no interest in Lego Movie 2
I'll send you mental waves. I mean, it looks pretty good.
or How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Yeah, I'm not interested in
that's
that.
it.
But
We'll get to,
yeah,
we'll get to those movies when we get there. We'll get to them.
with me and like eating in the theater,
Yeah,
you know, I
never
always used to do it as a kid,
Not anymore.
but in high school I just stopped. So like,
Yeah, even when we saw Winter Soldier, I think Alan offered to. Well, Alan never offered. Never. What am I saying? When Alan went to
Yeah.
go buy food, and I was debating if I was going to buy food. You were like, "Nah,
yeah,
nah."
I haven't eaten in the theater in a long time.
And believe me, he's been with me for 5 years, so I'm not surprised. He has not taken a single.
I actually did it the last time I was at the theater, but it was just because I ate nothing that entire day.
Was it? I completely forgot.
No, we didn't go. It was when I saw Holmes and Watson with my friend.
Oh,
at
gotcha.
fucking 2 in the morning.
No, that's a different. We'll do,
That was so. Oh my god, that movie.
not worth it.
It was.
No,
It kind of was, just so I could say, yeah, I went to see this really stupid movie at 2 in the morning.
Now, of course, the main question for you is that was this movie worth it? Honestly, for me and George,
Yeah.
you can get to. Yeah, it was really. If you can see this,
If you're willing to watch, how long is this movie?
about 2 hours.
If you're willing to watch,
Hell, if you watch Aquaman, you watch Justice League, you can watch this movie.
yeah, like you know, the majority opinion that I heard on this movie was that it was like a 2-hour fight scene. Which, if you're okay with that,
That's fine.
by all means, go ahead.
If you're a Dragon Ball fan,
Check this out. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, check this out.
No, you definitely have to check this out. Definitely.
Yeah.
If you can still catch it, if you otherwise, stay tuned. I think it's going to be on DVD before the summer, so
Yeah.
or digital, depending on when you watch. If you're watching this live, you know when this is going live, it's still got a couple more days in IMAX. Go check it out if you can. Then guess you're gonna have to wait for DVD. I can't really say much.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say,
It'll probably are any of the Dragon Ball Z movies on Funimation now or Crunchyroll?
I don't know. I think they severed their relationship with Crunchy, so I don't
They
think
did.
I don't.
Are you sure? Because I thought
I think they ended their relationship because one.
I thought Super was still on.
I think they're trying to keep the
Crunchyroll.
existing relationship, but it's like right now with newer. I really don't know. I'm totally wrong here. I don't know. You check it out. Check it out online if it's still online. I really don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely check out Broly if and when you get the chance. It's really worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely an amazing start to our 2019 movie season.
So, yeah, let us know what you think of this reviewing.
Check in the comments below. I'll be commenting. I don't know about
Yeah,
George. He's working on his own stuff right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing shade at you. I know you're busy. You're a very busy man, George.
If you like this style of reviewing movies, please let us know.
We got way
We're
more.
being really experimental with this.
We're still going to make review. As you know, we're doing reviews for the entire year, all the way to Star Wars Episode 9. So let us know. Like, oh, this could be improved. Well, we're open to constructive criticism. If you just say I suck, I'm like, well, it's my channel.
Yeah, we can't like.
And it's like, and Luke Cage said, "Sorry, George, this is a spoiler for season 2." It's like, it's my show. I can do whatever I want. I'm kidding. But please be constructive in the comments if you think we could do better. Honestly, overall, if I have to rate this on a critically acclaimed to unbearable, it's very close to critical acclaim, but it's like it's a near perfect movie for me.
I was really satisfied with it as a Dragon Ball fan. I feel like if you're not in the fandom by this point, then give it a shot.
This movie could be the perfect entry for you.
It could.
It tells the origin story again. You can understand these characters if you just see this movie. So please check it out.
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball Super Broly, give it a watch in theaters hopefully. If not, check it out on DVD and digital when it comes in. Anyway, everyone, this has been another Action X. Well, why am I saying another Action? It's our first Action X movie review. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like the video. Click that bell for when we have a new video. Follow us on Twitter. I'm on twitter.com/ I don't know my username. Please, it's right here. Please watch it. George, what's yours? Because I'm making a fool of myself.
It's just George98 on Twitter.
I'm just trying to spell his name on his arm. It's not working out. Follow us overall on Action X3000 on Twitter. And yeah, check out the channel for more content. If you want like gaming stuff, check out Couch Gamers. If you like DVD Unboxing, check out DVD Unboxing. If you like webcomics, check out George's webcomic.
It's called Typical Campus
Yeah,
on Line Webtoon.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have, please subscribe for more. We'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
This is the point where you run to the camera.